Swaddy Cup and welcome to another MMA Monday here for the Fungal Pod, the only MMA podcast in the whole world not sponsored by Manscaped or Bluetooth for the matter. And as always, without further ado, because we don't need any artificial help with anything, by the way, let's just jump right back into review mode because, well, lots of stuff happened this past weekend in the UFC, in Bella, not really, but lots of stuff is gonna happen there. So we're gonna have a look back at this past weekend and a look ahead what's happening next week or this coming week. So quick review though, let's start with the UFC fight night, of course, and we had the Korean Zombie versus Dan 50K Ige, and lots of people seem to have bet on 50K. And they lost. And I'm kind of happy about it. I like Dan Ige, Hawaii stand up. I liked it all. Woo, Hawaii. But it's the Korean Zombie. And in my last video, in my last podcast, if you're listening, last week, I said I cannot pick against the Korean Zombie. Maybe in his next fight I have to, but that would be the exception. Yeah, the Korean Zombie is the Korean Zombie. And this time he didn't show off his reckless punching skills and so on. He fought rather smart. He pulled through. He got injured in the second round. Apparently, his shoulder popped out. That's what his trainer later on revealed. He fought through that. That's why he said he couldn't raise his arm, even though his corner was yelling, "Raise your arm, move your arm up." And he showed us some wrestling, showed us some jiu-jitsu. Had the jokes in a few times. Really good. Got promoted afterwards. Congratulations, Korean Zombie. So nice. I like that. Great performance. Great fight by both men, I believe. So that was fun to watch. And then his call out afterwards, he calls out Max Holloway. I mean, that's cool, but you don't have to say Max Holloway doesn't have punching power. Have you seen Brian Ortega? But yeah, okay, I understand. I mean, we all understand the game, of course, so makes sense. This fight would be amazing, I believe. This would be... I couldn't wait. I would have... I mean, the only fighter I always pick over the Korean Zombie would be Max Holloway. It's just because it's Maxi baby, right? So Max Holloway, Korean Zombie, two of my favorite all-time fighters. It is what it is versus the guy with the best merch in the game. That's going to be insane. So I hope Max accepts. I hope he gets well soon because he had to pull out of the fight against Yair. So I hope Max is going to get well soon, and then we might be able to see this fight. This would be amazing, wouldn't it? Yes. So congratulations to the Korean Zombie and TKC versus Maxi Baby. Yeah, oh god, watching this eating cupcakes would be amazing. Nice. In the co-main event, we had a Sergey Spivak versus Alexei Oleinik, and I picked Alexei Oleinik very well, knowing that this is not gonna work out. But I mean, it's Alexei Oleinik, right? I mean, legend. So how should it? I think it's just like I don't know, impolite. Not fair to pick against him, but of course Sergey Spivak is a very, very good fighter, up and coming. He won UD 29-28, and it was a tough fight, but I mean in the end Spivak was the clear winner. I mean he hit Oleinik with a few shots. Oh my lord! So Oleinik can take a shot for sure, and of course Oleinik went for the submissions in between, but in the end it was Sergey Spivak taking the victory. Congratulations, Sergey Spivak. We then also saw Marlon Chito Vera versus Davy Grant. As I mentioned in the preview, I picked Grant. I was right. I picked Chito. I was right, of course. The press conference on the Bisping podcast was amazing, obviously, with Grant not really biting and always being polite. But man, Grant can take punishment. It was a fight of the night. 50K, baby. Awesome fight. A little bit back and forth, kinda. But I mean, in the end, it was Chito Vera who was like just digging deeper and just didn't seem to stop, like he didn't seem to slow down, but I mean he dished out some punishment and Grant just took everything, like, yeah, give me more, come on. He had him in a choke. I thought he's gonna die, and Grant did not pass out, didn't submit. Oh, props to Davy Grant. Oh my god. So speaking of like durable, tough, Davy Grant, you're the man. And I mean, Marlon Vera, you're the man because you won. So congratulations, Marlon Vera. Scorecard read 29-27, 29-28, and 30-26. So yeah, great performance by Marlon Chito Vera. So congratulations. Looking forward. What's next for Chito there, and also looking forward to seeing David Grant hopefully back soonish. I guess he has to take some time off right now. But man, that was a great fight. That was so much fun to watch. Fight of the night, well deserved. Both men, awesome. What's also awesome was Sungwoo Joy. Please don't be mad if I mispronounced it. Versus Julian Erosa. I think Erosa came in on a winning streak, 3 wins, I believe, in a row. But Sungwoo Choi was like, yeah, good for you. He was really crisp, like nice footwork and like his jabs, and of course, I mean also his power punch. Really crisp, like really straight. I mean, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, like usually everybody ends up swinging the punches somehow usually, but he goes really straight. It was like Bisping said on commentary, like basically perfect. Like it was really nice. So yeah, awesome. And he knocked Erosa out. It was good. I mean, yeah, it was good. It was great technique at play. So I enjoyed it a lot. So congratulations, Sungwoo Choi. Yeah, looking forward to your next fight. There was another brutal KO before. Bruno Silva versus Wellington Turman. Oh, that was yeah. Round 1 KO, I think was 4 minutes something, almost at the end of the round. But man, Bruno Silva was like, all right, I'm finishing this now. It was tough. If you haven't watched it, watch the KO. That was interesting. Of brutal to watch, and it was also not that brutal, but still a KO. First fight on the main card. The immortal Matt Brown, and yes, I picked Matt Brown. Of course, I picked Matt Brown because not bad for 40 years. Itch. That's what he said in the camera later on. 40-year-old Matt Brown knocks out Diego Lima, younger brother of the legend Lima, of course, Douglas Lima from Bellator. Not a good week for the Lima brothers. Matt Brown, it was a right straight down. He said he planned this actually. They trained it like basic setup, a right to the body, then act like it would go to the body again, and then just like land down the middle. Nice, well done, well performed, and yeah, that was awesome. Congratulations. So that was a great fight card. It was really a nice fight card. What was also nice was, yes, we got one. The MMA community, we finally got a victory in the boxing ring, and who else except Anderson the Spider Silva would be the one that would win it for the MMA community. He had his first boxing match in a decade or so. He wanted to transition into pro boxing for so long. At 46 years old now, he eventually made it happening, and he fought Julio Chavez Jr. That's important here, and who's not the best boxer in the world anymore, or never was the best boxer in the world, but still, I mean, a pro boxer, and yeah, Anderson Silva looked way better. He looked really good. He was like 10, 11 years older than his opponent. Looked good, looked fast, like rolled with the punches, was like doing some show there, like come on, here I am, let's go. Oh, he had so much fun. It's basically the Anderson Silva of old, having fun in the ring. It was awesome to see, and I'm very happy that this worked out well for Anderson Silva. At the end, when he asked for what's next, he's like, I don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore, so let's see, but I'm just happy. So awesome. Congratulations, Anderson Silva. You're the man. I enjoyed this a lot. Well done. All right, that's the review part. Let's focus on what's going to happen next. This next weekend, we don't have a pay-per-view again. We have a fight night, and the fight night will see the main event of Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov. Yeah, so that's a tough one for me. Cyril Gane was really boring in the last fight. He was also celebrating like, yeah, I'm the next in line. No, you're not. It was boring AF. Alexander Volkov is on a tear, but I mean, it's not fair, right? The one image that you have in mind from Alexander Volkov is like getting knocked out by Derek Lewis. That's just not fair. It's not. Since then, I think Volkov has been on a tear. He demolished Alistair Overeem, sent him back to glory, basically. So, I mean, if Gane pulls that off, then I guess we can't doubt him anymore. I think Volkov gets it done. There you go. I think Alexander Volkov. I'm not on the hype train of Gane. I think Volkov gets it done via brutality. There you go. I think Gane hasn't fought anyone who can really bring the brutal, brawling fight, I don't know, to him. Volkov probably taller, I'm assuming. So yeah, I'm saying Volkov got this. Alexander, we basically have the same name. You got this. Co-main, I think it's the co-main, Tanner Boser versus OSP. OSP still in the house, and that's another one of those cases. I can't pick against OSP. It's OSP. So OSP, you got this. Come on, man. One last run, OSP. One last run. We also have Andre Touchy-Feely versus Daniel Pineda. Can never pick against Touchy-Feely. He's super cool on social media, I believe. I think always cool in interviews. I'm a big Feely fan. I'm a Feely fan. Philo Knight. I'm a Philo Knight. Touchy-Feely got this. Picking Andre Feely to win this UD. Wouldn't be mad at anything else, of course. Last fight I want to look at is Tim Means. Tim Means back in action versus Niklas Dalby. And if you're not familiar with Niklas Dalby, Google Niklas Dalby. What a journey this man had back to the UFC. Insane, crazy journey. Like when I watched his documentary kind of thing, Embedded or whatever it was, when he came back to the UFC, it was like kind of like tears in my eyes. So Niklas Dalby, just because this will be like the feel-good moment for Niklas Dalby. Anytime he wins, it's a feel-good moment. So I'm all for Niklas Dalby here. You got it, Niklas Dalby. Also, Denmark needs some positive energy right now after what happened at the Euros. So Niklas Dalby, you got this. Yeah, those picks, of course, set in stone. I know what's happening. So bet the house on it. Thank me later. If it doesn't work, wasn't me. So man, wasn't me. Okay, then Bellator is also in the house again. Friday. This time Bellator Friday with the main event of why am I laughing? Tim Johnson versus Valentin Moldavsky. I think Tim Johnson is the heavyweight world champion. Is he? Is Valentin Moldavsky the world champion? You can see I'm paying lots of attention to Bellator. The record for Tim Johnson reads 15-6-0. Moldavsky is 10-1-0. Height, Johnson 6'3", Valentin Moldavsky 6'1". Weight, 265 versus 233. Country, USA versus Russia. Based on this, I'm going for Valentin Moldavsky, obviously. So, Valentin Moldavsky, and still, I'm not sure. Valentin Moldavsky takes this. Bellator, the Russian fighters are doing well right now. That's also, I don't like Tim Johnson's mustache. I'm sorry. In the co-main, we do have someone that I know, though, that I followed for a long time. Liz Scaramouche is back in action versus Kana Watanabe. And I didn't know that Kana Watanabe is 10-0-1. I didn't know that. Wow, respect. So we have Liz Scaramouche, 15-7. The veteran here, of course. I like that Bellator doesn't have the age in there in their cards. Yeah, I think Kana Watanabe she looks a bit older on the pictures, but I think Kana Watanabe got this one. Sorry, Liz Scaramouche. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? Sorry. Bit silly here today. Kana Watanabe got this one, I think. And then one that I also want to talk about is Daniel Weichel versus Keone Dix. Keone Dix is undefeated 9-0 in his MMA record. Daniel Weichel 14-12, and yes, you pronounce it Weichel, because he's from Germany. So how can I not pick the German fighter with double-digit losses? But 40 fights, Daniel. Wo hast du gekämpft? Where did you fight before, Daniel? Okay, Daniel Weichel versus Keone Dix. I dig that. Oh. Welcome to the podcast of bad wordplays. I'm sorry, lots of work today. I'm tired. That's why the bad wordplays are happening. Okay, I picked Daniel Weichel because he's from Germany and we do well in fights. Too soon? Too soon. Last one, Christian Edwards. Christian Edwards back in the house. He's 4-0 so far versus Ben Parrish, who's 3-1. Ben Parrish looks like a dangerous man. That's what I wanted to say. On his picture, like eyes wide open. Christian Edwards looks like Edwards. Christian Edwards. No way, he's not related to Leon Edwards, by the way. I'm just joking, right? Oh, yeah, okay, we got this. Leon's brother fought like not too long ago. So this is Christian Edwards from the States on a 4-0 run. Of course, Christian, he's like 5 inches? Feet inches, right? America, that's how you do it. He's 5 inches taller. He's got this. Christian Edwards, you got this. I believe in you. All right, that's it for the Bellator preview. You can see professional Bellator analyst right here. Luke Thomas, move away. I'm taking your job. There's no one event. The next one event is in July, so no preview for one. I know that's why you're here for, because you're one championship fans. Right now, one is posting lots of old events and so on. Check them out, like a few throwbacks to like way back when there was just like steroids and brutality happening at one. But speaking of one, this week announced, and I forgot it in the news before, is a boxing match. And we will break this one down, of course. This boxing match between Vitor Belfort. Is it going to be TRT, Vitor? Is he going to go for Ice again? Vitor Belfort, who is actually under contract with one championship, that's why I mentioned it right now. And Vitor Belfort is actually the favorite in this boxing match, in like the betting community, which is kind of insane. Anyways, we will break down this boxing match, of course, close to when it's going to happen. So stay tuned for this. Again, more one championship as well as when it's going to happen again. So that's it for now. Let me know what you thought about the UFC events. Let me know your picks for the upcoming UFC and Bellator events on social media at FunkitPod or via email, funkitpod@gmail.com. Shout out. Thanks for being with me. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Sorry, Kat.